All right. Welcome to barre class. Thanks for coming in, guys. My name is Melissa. Some of you guys know me. I don't know if I have any new faces out there, but I'm sure we will see some. Again, you're going to be on mute. Unmute your computer if you need to speak up. Your choice whether or not you want to have the camera on. I'll be honest, I've been using this platform I'm going through yoga teacher training, and when I start to diet during a workout, during the yoga class, I really actually shut my camera off. So no judgment here at all, but you're welcome to pop in. I'll leave the platform going because I know some of you guys know each other for a couple minutes after class too, if you want to, say hello to each other and whatnot. Okay, so you will need always in this class a chair. Your chair is going to be your barre. You always need something to get down on the floor. A mat, if you don't have access to a mat at home, maybe a towel. In today's class, we are going to do some stuff kneeling on the ground that is maybe a little bit more intense on your kneecap. There are options. You don't have to kneel at all, so if that doesn't sound appealing to you, don't worry about it. But it's one where I like a little extra padding underneath my knees, so you'll probably see me slip that under there or fold my yoga mat in half. That works really well. But if you had something like a pillow or something a little more cushiony, you can have that nearby if you decide that you want that. I will be using a pair of hand weights today. 1s, 2s, or 3s would be great choices if you have access to that at home. You can use water bottles, cans, get creative with what you use. And if you do not have a weight, don't sweat it. You can still get a great workout. Cool? Are we ready to get started, guys? Yeah, ready or not? Here it comes. Okay. So, you guys can see me okay, yeah?
Yes.
Guess what? If you can't, I can't do anything to change it, so it's a moot point. Feel free, you guys, to put on whatever music you want. Music does not come through on this, and there are licensing issues. If you have if you need suggestions, please don't hesitate to pipe up on Facebook. Maybe I'll list a few playlists, but everything that I talk about seems illegal or trademarked or something like that, so I don't want to say anything about music platforms, but there are some great tunes available. Those of you guys who maybe are traditional ballet people, I do suggest some music that is pretty upbeat, faster paced, because this is not a traditional ballet bar workout. It borrows from that, but it's going to be something that's going a lot faster paced to get our heart rate up. So there's a lot of fitness elements to it. So if you don't have any experience, don't worry about it. You're totally fine. You're in the right place. So as far as what we want to wear for this class, obviously anything that you're comfortable. Hey, no judgment too if you're ever working out in your PJs. I decided to turn my camera off for that adventure as well too. But I like bare feet or grippy socks. Let's see, I don't know when you can see my feet. Oh, you can barely see them today. Okay, so bare feet or grippy socks. Just depends on the surface of your floor. If you are somebody who has to wear sneakers or tennis shoes for support, not a problem. If there's anything that we're doing here that requires you to be able to rotate, that might be dangerous if you're wearing sneakers, I will shout that out when you're doing it. You'll hear me say, if you're wearing tennis shoes, please do not do this. Additionally, if you need to wear tennis shoes all the time and you want to wear a way to be able to participate with that, they make these really neat little, I think you can look it up, like dance socks, or they make it for Zumba, so you can look up like Zumba socks. They basically slip over. It's almost like a little pantyhose that slip over the end of your shoe and make it slippery and slidey. So great thing to use if you do any kind of cardio dance classes as well too. It's definitely saved my knees. So, all right, and take breaks if you need to. I'm going to set a certain pace that's good for me. Doesn't mean that it's going to be good for you. Anything hurts, don't do it. I will offer options as we go throughout. Take those options. Where you are right now today with your fitness is a perfect place to be. Use those options as stepping stones and building blocks to keep taking yourself forward. Okay, so let's start off with a little bit of a warm-up, and we're going to go through some of the moves that we're going to see today. Let me see can you guys see that better now? Let's see. I'm going to point this maybe down a little bit more so you can. I'm going to try to do a lot of stuff on here so maybe you guys can see my feet a little bit better. Okay, so let's start with our feet. We're going to bring our heels together. And then I want you to take your toes and the balls of your feet and just rotate them out. It's probably hard to see on me, but this rotation that we use in ballet comes through the hip, rotating rather than at the foot, the knee, or the ankle. So it should be big enough for about a slice of pizza to live in that spot. Those of you guys who maybe have more experience, more flexibility through the hips, may be able to turn wider. Now, when you see, I can't do it because I don't have that flexibility, the ballerinas that are the way out, I can't do that because it torques on my knees. Most of us, it will. That is extreme flexibility from their hips. So that's not what we're looking for at all. Whatever turnout you have is a perfect turnout for you. So let's start right here with a little heel raise. Bring your arms out, soft arms, soft elbows, and we're going to lift our heels up and down, up and down. I'm also working on, I guess, camera abilities, you guys, to be able to fit my whole self into this picture. So I promise we'll get there. We'll get there. So if your heel lift needs to be small, keep going. I'll stop a lot just so I can show you guys from different points of view. It can be tiny, okay, or it can be all the way up on stilettos. Now let's ground the heels and take it down into a little plie. Now keep going with this plie. Some of you guys, I know you know it well. I'm going to show it from some different points of view so that you guys can see what's happening. So I've got those feet still turned out. I'm going to tuck the tummy in underneath me, really pull in the seat, close off the rib cage. I'm going to bend the knees so that you can see they're pushing forward a little bit. And they're pushing forward and they're pushing wide. So they're going and following the direction of my toes, and that is what we're going to want to do the entire time. So any of those plies, think knees forward wide. Your feet should be constantly contacting the floor. Now we're going to move the feet a little bit wider. We're going to go parallel position for a squat. I'm going to drop my hips back and down towards the ground, letting my weight travel into my heels. Keep going. I'm again going to show this from the side. So now my knees are tracking straight forward, and they're staying, I need to do something about my backdrop. They're staying behind your toes. So I'm never letting my knees push forward. And to get that there, I'm really tipping forward at the hips. We're going to actually use our chair a lot today to force some really high quality squats. So I want you guys to think about what the squat feels like right now. And we're going to feel that hopefully change a little bit for all of us. Every single one of us can take our best and make it better. Let's drop down low, hold it right here. Bring the weight back in the heels. You should be able to easily lift the feet, draw the shoulder blades back and down, reach the fingertips forward, little pulses right here. Feel what the squat feels like. Where do you feel it in the legs? I feel it everywhere already. All right, how low are you going? Come on up here. Oh, I can see how low you are going, guys. I love it. Okay, so how are you feeling? Better, warmer? Let's move those feet wider. I've got the same turnout that I did with my original plie. My feet are just wider, and we're going to do a plie right here. Now, your feet don't have to be that wide, okay? It's personal preference to some extent. Again, from the side, my knees are pushing forward, wide. A lot of us like to do a plie like this, where we drop the butt back and down, okay? So really tuck the tummy under. As soon as I did that, I felt my feet press into the floor. As soon as I'm in that correct place, I feel the glutes kicking in. Good. Now we're going to keep these feet wide, keep the toes turned out. You may need to adjust the position a little bit, and we're going to do what we call plie squat. So if you need to take the feet in and out, if you need to change that turnout a little bit, that's okay. The difference here, plie, squat. Huge difference, right? So I'm really tipping forward, just like I did in my original squat. We're thinking about reaching for a chair behind us. That's kind of our goal. Let's take it down low, hold it right here. You should feel a little bit more of that inner thigh. Pull the shoulder blades back and down. Few pulses. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to stretch. We're going to get this party started. So drop low, maybe bring the feet a little wider. Press the knees back to the wall behind you. And great. Straighten out the feet. And off to the side, little inner thigh stretch. Just waking some stuff up. You guys feel a little warmer now? Yeah. Hands to the floor. Nice little wide leg forward fold. Breathe into those hamstrings. Roll up. And we're ready to rumble. All right. So I want us to use our chairs. Again, for you guys, it's probably going to make the most sense for you to sit in your chair facing me the whole time. You're going to see me dancing around this thing like a fool, okay? That's just me trying to show you guys what's up. So, we are going to sit down, and I actually might, when I move, I'm actually not going to bother turning my chair. So, okay. Take with you a pair of light dumbbells or your water bottles again, okay? All right. So, let's start off holding on to those little dumbbells. If your dumbbells get too heavy, you guys can always use empty hands. And I want you to look down, bring your feet at least 6 inches, some of us maybe up to 12 inches or more, away from the legs of the chair, and have a seat. I've got my feet probably about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider than hip width apart, maybe soft turnout in the feet, but not much of anything. I'm keeping just my booty on the chair. We're going to start off here sitting all the way down. What do I mean by all the way down? I mean you are sitting like I'm feeding you Thanksgiving dinner, and you're that comfortable. You're not here. You probably wouldn't eat Thanksgiving dinner like that, right? From the side, you can see this forces my knees to stay behind my toes. It forces me to stay in a good spot, yeah, as I stand up and sit down. What we don't want to do is we don't want to be close here, and you see how now I'm driving the knees forward, okay? So as we do this, if you want a little bit more, add in a side raise for the shoulder. So all I'm doing here is a squat, but it's one where I'm sitting all the way down in that chair and standing all the way back up again. So it is not exactly a squat. A squat, I would stop here, okay? I wouldn't sit all the way up. I'm having you guys sit all the way up because how do most of us tend to do our squats in real life? Crummy, okay? Most of us could use some big help. So instead of driving back like this, we think about the knees, bending the knees. I'll tell you a little secret, guys. I've never once, since I knew how to do one, thought about my knees while I was doing a squat. I never think about bending there. Because when I bend my hips, my knees don't have a choice. I look for the chair, they automatically bend. I didn't have to say everything bend, okay? So let's come down, or rather come up, and I want us to come up to a heel raise, if you can at the top, holding for balance, and just a few more of those shoulder raises. The balance is too much. Take the heels down. I want you guys to think about when you're balancing a nice stacked shoulder. I'm sorry, nice stacked ankle. Think about shoulders. And in other words, none of this sickling in or sickling out. Okay, awesome. Drop the heels down. Now, I want you to step your feet a little bit closer to the chair. We're going to do a plie from a parallel position. This can be done, okay? It's a little bit different than a plie with a turnout. So what we're going to be doing is driving the feet forward, or I'm sorry, the knees forward just a little bit. So now I am thinking about bending my knees. And maybe it's a good difference between plies. I never thought about that in squats. So it's a small bend. This is as low as I can go, okay? So you guys know, I did do dancing for a living, and I do this stuff for a living. I'm not dropping down here. To do that, I had to move at my hips. I'm also keeping, you probably can't see this at all, I'm keeping even weight in my foot. When we were doing that hinge forward for the squat, the arms get too tired, leave them out. I was putting more weight in my heels. Here we want our weight to be evenly distributed. Are you guys feeling the work a little different in the legs? Do you feel how your body is going straight up, straight down? Now here's our tendency. This is what we like to do with plies. Okay? Ooh, I got it right there. Big difference in the feeling. All right, few more. Just want you guys to get used to that feeling. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, thinking a lot about posture here. Next thing I'm going to do is going to be very challenging. If it's too much for you, no big deal. Just go back to the 2 feet squat that we did earlier. We're going to have a seat. And I'm going to mirror image you guys. So I'll Oh, yeah, mirror image. I don't know. I'm thinking about this that I'm seeing you guys. Yeah, because you'll be mirror image me. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. Okay, feet parallel. You're gonna move your left foot a little bit to the center of the chair, okay? And what we're gonna be doing here is bringing our right toes to the ground. Again, if this is too much, just go back to our original squat. I didn't mention it, but my foot is just as far forward from this chair as it was in the squat position. And now, woo, we're gonna sit down and stand up from this position. Now, if all you wanna do is focus on the legs, I'm fine with that. But if you want a little bit more, we're gonna add a bicep curl on our way down. Standing tall, little bicep curl. What we're essentially doing here is a single leg squat. So we don't want to be here. I'm not pushing my knee forward like I did in that last exercise, okay? This is a very different view, and I can't do the curl because of my chair. This is a single leg squat, right? I'm here. Advanced folks, you can do this with your leg lifted. Woo! I can't do it with my leg lifted and facing you guys. Now, that leg should be burning. Am I right? Is our right leg dying? I hope so, because I'm just about done with it. I haven't even done all of them that you guys have. A few more. Really getting us back and down. This is a great way to explore a single leg squat, even if it's with that kickstand. Good. All right, we are going to go to the side of the chair, okay? You guys will be on the right side of your chair. We're going to keep standing on that left leg, okay? You're going to take, maybe it's both of them, or a heavier dumbbell. Oh, actually, yeah, or the same is totally fine. We're going to take that in our right arm. You're going to be using your left hand on the chair for some balance, okay? So I want you to stay standing right beside your chair. I'm going to turn mine sideways. We're going to stand on that left leg. We're going to tip forward, and we're going to row. So I've got my right leg lifted. I'm standing on that same left leg, and my right arm is doing the row. My left hand, you can't see, is on this chair. Now, bigger challenge, bend the knee, and really lift up and back. You're going to get more glute in this way. So I'm really reaching, I'm trying to show you guys from that, up and back. Now, you want even bigger challenge? Two options for a bigger challenge. Take that left flat arm, reach it forward for a huge balance. Option 2 for a bigger challenge, come forward up onto the toes. You should be feeling these muscles here work and nothing in through the shoulder blade. Few more, guys. And then we're going to take that elbow up. We're going to hold it up. We're going to do some little pulses for that muscle in between the shoulder blade. Maybe this is where you take the heel lift or the arm reach to take it up, hold it up, little pulses. Take it up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, I know, 3, 2, dying! How are your legs? Ah. Don't worry, if you're not comfortable making bad noises on here, I am. I know some of the other guys are too. Okay, I need a drink. Some major dry mouth action. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the second leg, okay? But I want us to do a little bit of, actually, let's do the other leg right now. Come back to the front. I know you guys are thrilled to hear that, right? Come back to the front, and we're going to do now our right leg, okay? So bring that right leg, again, my feet are forward in that squat position. Squat is an option right here, and up on the toes. Maybe it's lifted all the way. Maybe use a little bit more support. And we're going to go into the single leg squat. Now, normal, how I'm like drunk driving here, right? There is so much balance involved, especially if you take the leg up. Now, most of us are going to find we have a stronger side for balance and a worse side. Ironically, the leg that I'm on right now is my muscularly much stronger leg. But because of an ankle injury, I have far less balance. So any of you guys who've been injured in the past know one of the first things that goes bye-bye is our balance. We have to train it back in there. It's not going to happen on its own. Keep going. And again, I'm far enough forward that I still have to reach for that chair. I am not here. Just like a regular squat, I'm hinging forward. Oh, we should feel a concentrated burn in that right hip, especially. Do you guys feel the glute? I hope so. I hope so. Last few. Woo! Then we're going to stand on the other side for those rows. Last one. Good. Ay, ay, ay. Now, taking the weights in your left hand. We're going to keep standing on that right leg. I'm going to turn my chair so you guys can see me. I'm going to go to the side of the chair. Stay standing on the right leg. Right hand on the chair. Tip forward. Take your left leg back. And we're going to start with those rows. Really drawing that shoulder blade in towards the spine. Now we just did a lot of balance work with those single leg squats. So that standing leg should be feeling it. Remember, you have this option. Even bigger challenge for the balance. That means for the core. Here, what am I bringing in different? More balance, but also a lot of calf. Let's bend that left leg. Really use the glute to lift high. With that bend, you should also feel some hamstring coming in. Good job, guys. Oh boy! Get ready for those pulses. Maybe this is where you reach the arm forward or come up onto the heel. Up we go, little ones. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. That was very exciting. I keep trying to put these away like we're done. You're not done, Melissa. Okay. So we're going to go and now feel the difference, just like we did in our squats and our parallel plies, between a plie squat and a ballet plie. So just like the squats we did earlier, feet forward. Now you're going to give me a turn out and you're going to walk those feet a little bit wider. The widest I want you to go is to where you can keep parallel shins. I don't want frog legs, but I also don't want A-frame, okay? So forward. And what we're gonna do is an overhead press with this plie squat. So again, I am sitting actually all the way down onto that chair, just like we did earlier, all the way down. Feeling the weight passing back through the heels as you have a seat. Some of you guys know the big difference muscle-wise are going to feel between that first squat and this one is the inner thigh, okay? Keep going, I'm just going to use this to show. So I feel my inner thigh muscles really pressing those knees wide and back. A lot of us have knees that want to do this. That comes from the hip muscles being too weak. So I'm actively pressing those knees wide, wide, wide. That's where you feel that inner thigh. You guys feeling some of the inner thigh coming in? Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to try balancing in this position too. Now I will tell you, a lot harder to balance in this position than the one that we were doing earlier, okay? Come on up, and if you can, woo, up and balance. So again, my ankles are stacked. That does not happen on its own. Keep going. Most of us have an ankle that wants to do this or that wants to do that. We call that sickling. We are looking to try to avoid that. If you're seeing that, you've gone higher than what's okay for you. And good, drop those feet down. We're gonna keep that same positioning with the turnout. And now I want you to bring your heels back. I want them to pretty much be touching the chair, okay? Because now we're gonna do a plie, and during our plie, we're dropping straight down to the ground, okay? I'm gonna show you from the side. So if that butt taps that chair, big problem. It tells me two things. A, you're popping the booty back. B, you're going way too low. So again, I have ballet experience, dancer, fitness person. Here, that's my lowest. See how high I'm away from that? The only way I can go lower than that is to cheat. Now, when you're in the right spot here, you should super feel that inner thigh. You guys feel that? You should also, if you're in the right spot, feel the glutes really cupping underneath you, really wrapping underneath your seat as you're lowering that tailbone down. Feel the weight evenly. Feel the weight evenly. We're going to try that balance again. Little work for the shoulder cap. If that's too much for you, set the weights down, move empty hands. And let's come up to a balance. Up we go. Woo! A lot of core involved here. And if you can, side raise. Harder to do a side raise, keeping our balance, than the overhead press. Keep those shoulders down. Looking strong, team. I love it. I don't feel like I'm dying all alone. Last one. Although, I guess I'm good at keeping good company with myself. Probably comes from being alone all the time, but it's good because now I have to be alone all the time. And I thought I would feel much more like I was working out by myself with the YouTube things. I totally felt like the company of you guys. So there you go. All right, chairs to the side for right now. We are going down to our mat. I don't know if you want the good news first or the bad news first. They're the same. It is that not only are we going to do core stuff down here, but we are also going to do a little bit of work for our legs that's unique. Now, when we get there, and I'll tell you when, know that you are okay to stand up and do those chair squats we did earlier. That's going to be the suggestion I'm going to give you if what I show you does not work for your body, and that's totally okay. This is where you are going to want that extra padding. So perhaps, maybe you don't. It's totally fine. I'm going to bring my other mat down here. But lucky you, we will start off with some core, and we will start off with a little bit of work for that upper body. So let's come on down to the ground, and let's start off by doing some push-ups. We're going to do some really fun ones today. Hands are going to be nice and wide, okay? This is a chest push-up. We're going to do what I call an isometric push-up. So I want everybody to lay down on their belly. Your chest and your belly are not allowed to leave the floor. A lot of us are going to be doing this on our knees. Some of you guys will be able to do it on your toes. I might show both ways. Keeping the chest on the ground, hands wide, I want you to push into the floor without lifting. Nothing moves, but I'm putting every bit of ounce of pressure into the floor possible for me without that movement. It's called an isometric pressure. Are you ready? We're going to pop up to the top of that push-up and then come down slow. 4, 3, 2, drop to the floor, push away. So we're constantly keeping these muscles loaded. We're constantly keeping those loaded. We're driving the floor away from us. Big breath, up we go, down slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, driving into the ground. Oh, you should feel the arms shaking. You should feel them shaking. Come all the way up, down slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into the ground. We're halfway through these, and if you do not know what the big deal is yet, it's just technique. I need you to keep pushing, and you will feel it. Up we go. Down slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, push into the ground. This should be getting really tough. You're feeling the triceps, you're feeling the shoulders, you're feeling the chest, all the way up to the top. Slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Final one. Here we go. We're pushing as hard as we can. This was 8 push-ups. Feel like 80 to me. All the way up to the top. Slow as you can for 8 counts. 8, 7, moving. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I didn't quite make it. Okay, we felt that. Yeah, that was real. Okay. All right. On to our elbows for a plank. Everybody felt that, right? Their triceps are dying. Okay, up we go, holding our plank. Now, you have the option to come down to the knees any point in time that you want, okay? You are getting still a little bit of the front of the shoulder work here. You're probably feeling that. We're gonna bring our arms so that hand is facing towards elbow, okay? And I am gonna roll, reaching my left arm up to the sky, keeping my right forearm on the floor, and then I'm gonna roll all the way back down to the initial position. We're rolling over, over, and then down, down. Same side, over, over, down, down. Good. Feeling those rotational muscles, those obliques. I can do this from my knee. See that? I'm rolling to the front of the knee and then onto the side of the knee. Good job, guys. You're not just getting your abs with the plank. We want to think about supporting that lower back there. But we're getting shoulder girdle muscle work. Big time. Big time. Take it up to the side. Hold it at the top. Now, if you want a bigger challenge, take the top leg up. Reach the arm overhead. Long line. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh! We're going to do the other side. So, back into that plank position. And now we're going to be reaching the other arm up, 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 and then rotate. Down, down. Nice and slow, nice and fluid. If you need a break, take a break. Maybe you push back into child's pose for a moment and then come back to the work whenever you're ready. You guys are doing awesome. Awesome job. Whoa. Anybody feel one side different than the other? Most of us have cores that are not totally in balance. And we're gonna have a stronger side and a weaker side. These rotational things are great for helping out with that. Last one. Take it up, hold it up, arm up, maybe bring the leg up, maybe reach the arm overhead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, youch. Okay, time for the leg work that I promised you down on the mat. You guys with me still? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna be kneeling. Again, your option is come up to your chair and do your chair sits like we did earlier. Fine option. Take it if you need it. All right. I've got kind of cranky knees, cranky everything. So I like to put extra padding here. We're gonna come to a kneeling position. Move your knees. I don't know, they're probably about shoulder width apart. Not quite as wide as the mat, okay? Bring your feet in together so that the heels are touching. If this feels awkward, move your knees a little closer together. You are gonna have your dumbbells for this one. That's your option anyway. Get a little bit more bicep action in. So what we're gonna be doing here, just the legs to start off with, is sitting back, back, forward, forward. I'm gonna show you guys just with that, but here's what you can do with the arms. You can add a little bit of a curl, but I'm gonna show you guys some technique stuff. So you'll notice, whoa, that my whole body comes back together, okay? Here's what we're gonna wanna do. Not the same, not the same. Send the hips back and the chest back. When you're in that correct spot, you'll feel a little weight shift back into the top of the feet, but you are gonna feel some hexaquads, folks. So you should be feeling a really big stretch. It's actually an engagement through the front of the thigh. You guys feel that? Maybe it's a tiny move for you. Here, and right back up. But again, what it's not is tipping forward. That's the best way I can state, is to really feel the quads lengthening for that stretch. This is tough and different, isn't it? Yeah? This is a really challenging to get the form right. So if you're not there today, don't worry. If it doesn't feel safe, And don't worry, go to the chair. The chair is going to help you get ready for this floor. And you want to be on the floor. Feels incredibly great. A few more. Oh, doesn't it? Yeah, everybody agreed. It was unanimous. Unanimous. Even I'm cheating. And when I started throwing my whole, when I say throwing, bringing my whole body back, I felt more glutes. Because you're getting a lot into the glutes with this deep, deep bend. Oh, last one. Good. Nice. Oh, set that down. Little stretch if you can. Bring the heel towards the butt. That's not in the cards for you. Just keep that foot on the floor. Now let's switch. Just a quick little release for those bad boys before we move on. We're going to do a little straight arm plank, and then we're going to be up for our isolated glute work and some lunges at the chair. So we are going to be in a hand plank position, okay? Your option is just to hold here or just to hold here. If you're on your knees, don't try the shenanigans, okay? You focus on holding on your knees, and that's a beautiful place to be. So we're going to pipe the hips up, up, down, down, okay? Again, this will not work from your knees. So maybe you do some of these and some of it from the knees. Lift, lift. I'm not using my shoulders and arms as much like I would in a down dog. I'm scooping my hips up. It's like somebody's come and wrapped a strap or a belt around my waist and is lifting with those hips. Take it to the top, hold it here. We're gonna lift our right leg up. It's like a three-legged dog here. We're gonna come forward, bringing that right knee towards the right elbow, and then push back up into that dog. Now bring the knee in between the hands towards the chest, and bring it back up again. Again, bring the knee towards the opposite elbow, back up, oh, center, back up, last one, same side, come back up into that pike, put the foot down, and again, I'm still thinking about using the abs here. I'm going to lift the left leg up. Now pull the knee in towards the same side elbow, press back, lifting up with the hips, in towards the center, the chest, back up, oh, opposite elbow, back up, center, up. I'm panting. Last one, same side. Up, drop that foot down, come back down to the center. Ah, and lower down. Good job. Yikes, yeah? Okay, let's come on up to our chair. Time for a little isolation stuff. What'd you guys think of those kneeling things? I love those. I use myself as an example a lot. Doesn't mean that it's going to be right for you. But maybe just things to think about. I've got bad knee arthritis. I've had it for almost 20 years. Sometimes I learn techniques like that, and I sit there as an aerobics instructor and say, this is a terrible idea. My knees do great with that. Same thing with ballet. I have found this class and doing ballet in general to be one of the most helpful things. Doesn't mean it's going to be right for you, but don't hesitate to try new things. You can find out where your limits are, right? All right, so we're going to do some lunges, and I'm trying to think of what kind of lunge I want you guys to do, because I think we've done them turned out. I think we've done them, I've had you guys do, I think, curtsy lunges as well too. So let's go into a lunge with a turnout again. We're going to bring heels together. Now you're going to keep, you guys should be facing your chair. I'm just going to show from weird directions. Yeah, well, I should be facing my chair too. My toes are in alignment with my chair, okay? I am not back here. This is gonna go all wrong. I'm right here so I can stay tall. I'm gonna take let's take our right leg back, slide all the way back, but I'm staying in the same lane that I was in. I'm keeping that same turnout for the lunge. So you can see how I'm still stacked here. I am not right here. Most of us tend to do that. So I'll show you what I mean by the same railroad tracks from this position. I'm going to step that right leg back. Do you see how I'm on railroad tracks? I didn't cross behind. Different than a plie. I'm sorry, a curtsy lunge. So let's start off in a slow tempo. Down, down, up, up. More weights in that front foot. It's in that front heel. Now if I show you from the side, you can see my front and my back knees push wide to the side, but my hips stay forward, don't they? I'm not turning. It's not a warrior stance. Down, down, up, up. Feeling a little bit inner thigh. Pushing our knees wide. Now, the reason this is okay is everything's in alignment with each other. I would not have you guys take a huge barbell with this, okay? But my knees are following my toes. My hip is following my knees. So this is okay alignment. Very different than if my knee right now is not agreeing with my toe. Let's go a little faster, and then we're going to hold it at the bottom for some low pulses. How are those legs feeling, team? Good? Woo! I know. You're looking great. Straight and tall. Drop it low. Hold it right here. Weights in the front heel. Little pulses. Down. Feel how this is different than your traditional lunge, okay? Feel where you feel this differently, especially in the inner thigh. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, I hated that. Okay. You're going to stay standing on the left leg. Yay. We're going to step a comfortable distance back. We're going to take the right leg, and we are going to work at that today. So I want you, actually, let's stand tall. Flex the knee, flex the ankle, and I want you to press your heel towards the center of the room. So I'm moving from my hip, not my lower back. Okay, so I needed to tuck my tummy there so that I wasn't reaching like this. You should feel little to really no activation in through your lower back. Where are we feeling this? Here and here. Me keeping the knee bent means I have to bring in hamstrings. If you're really tight in the hip flexors, it's going to be hard to press back. Now, advanced folks, you want a little more, let's come up to that heel lift on that standing leg. You don't have to commit to the whole time. You can go in and out of that. Oh boy, we should be really feeling this, guys. Yeah? Trouble, trouble, trouble. Tall, tall, tall. Check in with the shoulders. Right leg is getting into panic mode. No. No. Tall, beautiful, long. Maybe this is where you find that little heel lift. Bring it back to the center. Engage everything. Little pulses. In towards the center of the room. In towards the center of the room. Use glutes, hamstrings. They should be burning, burning, burning. Feel the calf on that standing leg. Few more. Oh, good job. Drop it down. Okay, nice work. We're going to do some standing fire hydrants. These are a little tricky to do. If you need to, use a straight leg. Now, again, you guys should be standing sideways like this. Still standing the left leg, still moving the right leg. I'm going to move so that you guys can see me, I think. Okay, we're going to stand, bend the knee, flex the ankle, straight out to the side. Okay, this is a hard movement to get done correctly. I want to be moving in the same plane as the standing leg or a little bit back. A lot of us like to do this. We get what I call kink in the hip. We're working totally different muscles there. It should feel worse when you make a correction. I'm also trying, and this is tricky too, to move everything together. A lot of us might like to rotate one direction or the other. Your standing leg should also be on fire. It gets harder on the standing leg when we're doing side leg lifts. Oh, I'm starting to cheat. I'm starting to cheat. Take it up. Hold it up. Get tall. Pull the knee back. Little lifts. Lift. Keep with it, guys. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Give it a quick release. Quick release. We just got to do that other side. And we're going to finish with core. Just the other side. No big deal. Right? No big deal. Okay. So now, that moving right leg is going to be forward. So let's bring our toes to underneath the feet. Okay? This time, we're stepping our left leg straight back. I'm doing I told you the correct thing, right, guys? There's the other reason I want you to flag me down too is if I'm trying to do this same side twice. Okay, let's start 2-2. Down, down, up, up. So I actually am always looking at myself in the mirror, guys. I can't tell you how often, as an aerobics instructor, I tell people in class of maybe 15 people, let's work on X, Y, and Z in our form. I'll say, I want you guys to look in the side mirror and check it out. I will have literally 10 people looking to the front saying, they wrote the lunge book based off of me. I look. Every time I'm working out in the gym, I look. I have pretty good form. Coincidence? I think not. If we don't look, we don't know. If we don't know, we can't fix it. If we don't fix it, we pick up all the risks and we leave a lot of rewards on the table. Let's pick up single time. Lower. Ouch! Are we dying? Yes. There's risk with exercise, even when you're doing it correctly. My goal and hope for you is to minimize the risks, maximize the rewards, and doesn't this feel rewarding? Let's drop down low. Little ones. Okay, get tall. Feel that inner thigh. Maybe this time through, you felt a difference flexibility-wise. I know I did. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Oh no! So good. Staying on our right leg. Nice and close. Okay, I don't want to do it. Bend your left leg, left knee, flex the ankle. I'm a very honest aerobics instructor, guys. I don't believe in trying to give you guys some false impression that this is super easy for me. Because shame on me if it's super easy for me, right? This is about you challenging yourself. You doing your very best. Yeah? So it's going to look like different things for each of us. And that's totally okay. If you want more, up to the heel lift. You guys, we're so close to done with our leg work. Woo, woo, right? Oh my goodness. Take it back, hold it back. Pull the tummy in, get nice and long. Little pulses to the center, hamstrings, glutes, everything. Butt ablazing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay standing on the right. We're going to work on the left for those fire hydrants with the left leg now. So straight off to the side. Part of the challenge with this one is really coordination, which is great. We're trying to improve the mind-body connection, right? My body's like, I can't tell where things are in space. There's a word for that. It's called proprioception. So by choosing to do something like this that coordination-wise is a little bit trickier, and me, again watching and giving myself corrections, I can create a better conversation between my mind and my body. Deadly. Take it up. Oh, the standing leg. Little pulses. Are you guys dying in your standing leg? Raise your hand. I'm the only one that's dying. Oh, thank you. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Ouch! Oh, good stuff. Give it a nice stretch. We're going to go down to the ground. Time for some core. That sounds good, doesn't it? All right. All right. Okay. Let's lay down on our back. And we're going to bring both legs up. You guys can still see me, right? Nice shape to the legs. We're in ballet class, right? Now, if you need to, if this is too much, bring a bend to the knees. You can even super bend the knees for what I'm going to show, okay? What I don't want is, if your flexibility doesn't allow, I want the knees to be able to come up over the hips. That's where our break is, okay? So we are going to alternate a nice little flutter kick here, okay? Now notice I always bring one leg up over the hips for a nice little break. And maybe I'm here, like I showed you earlier, for an option. Now what I'm thinking of here is my lower abdominals pressing my lower back to the floor. So go ahead, slide your fingertips underneath the small of the back. Keep the same amount of pressure in them as you have right here. That's the trick. If you're getting that gap, switch techniques. Few more, and then we're gonna bring the legs up, keep them up if you need to, feet on the floor, arms reach out, and we're gonna crunch up and down towards those toes. Again, if you need to, come right here. If that doesn't feel okay on your neck, you can always support. Just try not to pull. Try not to pull. Working the six pack. We're feeling that, right? Ooh. Crunch it up. Your highest reach. Little pulses towards the toe. Up, 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 up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. All right, for the obliques, we are so close to the finish line, my friends. Okay, bring your left leg long, okay, and bend your right knee. Left arm's gonna be off to the side. With our right arm, we're gonna reach overhead. We're gonna crunch up. I'm gonna reach towards the outside of my heel. I'm running into things here. And then I'm reaching up, okay? Reach and up, reach and up. So I'm really trying to touch the outside of that foot. Maybe for you, that's the outside of the thigh. Maybe for you, you need to let the leg drop down every time, like I'm showing right now. Advanced folks, hover the leg. Hover the leg by using the same abdominal muscles to keep the lower back neutral. We're going to take it into a pulse here in a second, and I really want you to feel the side of the waistline in 4, 3, 2, bring it up. Hips are flat, little pulses. 10, 9, control. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, boy, oh boy. And bend the left knee, right leg straight. Right arm off to the side, left arm reaches overhead, and we reach for the outside of that foot. Again, your option is to, as you extend the leg long, let it touch the ground. My advanced folks, you're gonna hover the leg with good control. This is the last thing I'm gonna make you do here today. And then you've survived to your stretch time. So I hope that makes you feel like celebrating. You've done a great job, you've worked hard. 3 more, and we pulse. 2, finish strong, take it in, lift it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah. Reach fingertips to one wall, toes to the other. Breathe a nice sigh of relief that you made it. Ah, awesome job, guys. All right, let's stretch. Bend your left knee. Take your right leg straight up. Reach behind the ankle, knee, thigh, and pull everything in towards your body for a nice stretch of the back of that hamstring. Thank you guys for coming in today. I hope you're glad you did. Cross the right ankle over the knee. Reach through, pull everything in, either behind the thigh or the front of the shin. Yay. Good job, guys. Keep the ankle over the knee, let the foot to the floor. Arms, letter T. Everything falls to the side for an awesome twist hip stretch. It's one of my favorites. You can take the top knee up, down. Look off at the opposite hand. Okay, come on up to the top. And switch legs, switch sides. So you guys, awesome news. Tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow, I have my butts and guts, right? Yeah. I think it's 6 o'clock. I should know. Does anybody know? Ankle over the knee. Jackie probably knows. Jackie's at 6 p.m. tomorrow? I don't know if I can see her. Yeah? Oh, I see you. Is it yes? Oh, yeah, I know. I thought you might know. I can roll to the other side. Because she loves it. She was excited. But you also probably have no idea because we're in different time zones. So, hope you guys are from out of town. Okay, go ahead and sit up. All right. I'll double check. I'll go double check the schedule before I look. But before I leave you guys, press the knees down towards the floor. Really open up through that inner thigh. And let's come into a nice kneeling position for a nice hip flexor stretch. So, drive that hip forward. I will post on Facebook. The Butts and Guts class tomorrow is going to be 100% stuff that you can do, body weight only. I will point out opportunities to use different pieces of equipment. It's a great lower body and core workout. So you get a chance to really burn a lot of calories. I've got on Thursday body maintenance class. It's going to be all about like helping you to prevent injuries, deal with injuries. It's also just going to teach you body maintenance principles that will also help to improve athletic performance. And those two classes, I'm doing that Friday morning and Thursday night. I'm pairing up with a little half hour of cardio, half hour of core. So you guys will have some nice little 30-minute blast exercises to use at home as well too. Tip forward. Drop your fingertips to the floor. Bend your knees softly. Roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. I'm going to run and grab my schedule real quick. I'll be right back, guys, so hang tight.
It's tomorrow at 6, Melissa. I just checked.
Good. Yeah. I can't even find my stuff. Okay, it's tomorrow at 6. Thank you.
I put it on the chat.
Okay, good. See, I don't know what to do without you guys. Did you guys even read my shirt? You see that? My happiest hour is at the bar, baby. So, great. How do you guys feel? Good? Did you guys like the zooming? Zooming? Something different. I'll tell you, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being able to see your faces. Some of you guys are new to me. Some of you guys I haven't gotten to see in a long time. You've moved away. Some of you guys I don't ever get to work out with normally. So it helped me. I'm at home alone, so I don't have anybody. So Zoom has been a nice way that I have been able to feel like I'm having human interaction. So you guys did an awesome job. Please tune in tomorrow, 6 p.m. I'm going to try to be putting these things up on Facebook as well. Not Facebook, YouTube as well too. So watch for my links there. New to that, so it should go better than before though. All right, thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to leave this on for a second. If you have questions or want to say hello to your buddies, feel free, okay?
Thanks, Melissa.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you for coming. You're welcome.
Nancy.
Yeah, I think the other people are my gym people. Yeah. So Nancy, how do you know Julie?
Hockey and soccer.
Hockey and soccer. Okay, cool.
But I tried to get down here.
Yeah.
One didn't come down, sniffing around, so maybe she'll join me for the next one.
That's awesome. Yeah, and if you've got little athletes, even if you guys can't make it to my live like foam rolling stretch classes, it's a great resource. My hope too is that you guys will be able to, for those of you guys who are involved with sports teams, share those videos with your sports teams and stuff like that. Because I know from working with coaches, like, you know, we all do our best job, but it's not what they do for a living. So it's something that I think is so important for athletes and that maybe we just don't get enough of. Also for us as adults as well too, in the game of life. So yeah, so they'll really like that as well. Well, they won't like it, right, Rory? I can't say Rory likes foam rolling, but you need it, right, Rory?
Oh, I know.
I love foam rolling.
You love foam rolling? Great, you'll love it. I'm going to try to split that up. I'm probably going to do like lower back on Thursday, but I'm going to try to do it by like knee pain, lower back pain, hip pain. It'll be great for everything though. So, yeah.
On your schedule, Julie, or
I'll post it. I'll post it again on my Facebook. Are you on Facebook friends with me?
on that, but I will be today.
Yeah. Find me on there. Julie's been reposting all my stuff. So when I post the Zoom link for tomorrow, I'll put the whole schedule on there too for you. Sound good?
Yeah, we're gonna put it on the boys' Facebook too, Rory.
On the Facebook page.
You are?
See if Grace can get it on the water polo chat too.
Cool. Good. I'll make you my PR person, Rory. You can spread the news to the young people of the world. Bye, you guys. Have a good rest of your day. See ya.